watch faces in the Paris flea market. They were just in a bin, lonely, desolate watch faces with no hands on them, but they were metal. So I decided to print that on metal, and I chose a semi-gloss metal because none of them were shiny. So here are the watch faces, and I decided metal prints don't need to go in a frame. But again, these are antique watch faces. They're old. I wanted a little more classic look, which is a little more traditional look.
And is that one shot?
This is one shot. This is one shot. This is how I found the watch faces. I don't move anything. What I did though, I went one step further. I had a little fun with this one, and I drilled three holes in them, and I ordered and found some antique watch hands. They don't move. The next one will have an actual clock base. And so I chose to add some hands to it and make it a little big piece of three-dimensional art and a one-of-a-kind piece.
Yes. So that's metal, and your inspiration was
the metal of the subject matter.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's how I chose.
And why the decision to put it in a frame?
To me, a frame is a slightly more traditional look. And again, these are watch faces in the flea market in Paris, which has this sense of history and timelessness. And it just seemed to call out for a frame, and I like how it can float in here. And it was just a personal preference. There's no right or no wrong. In a very contemporary, one of the things I love about metal images and printing on metal in a very contemporary house, you don't need a frame. And that seems to have, for me and for I think most people, a more contemporary feel.
Sure.
But this just seemed to need, it needed some edges. It needed some edges on it.
So what other types of photos are particularly great on metal?
Well, another thing that I like in my work is I'm doing a series of New York City and reflections of buildings. My Steel and Glass Gotham series. So here we have on a high gloss metal, unframed, a building on 44th Street. I was walking by, the light was hitting it, and it's an abstract, obviously. But I thought this called out for contemporary, for very bright, for metal. In some ways, you could say can be cold, but it's really this stark, glossy. It just fit with the glass and steel of the subject matter. So I'm doing my whole New York City series on metal.
We're the Photo Gifters. We would be excited to have you subscribe to our channel. Just hit the red subscribe button below. And be sure to click on the bell to receive notification of new videos. We always love hearing from you. Ask a question or make a comment below. We promise to respond swiftly. Don't forget to click and request our free 10 unique photo gift ideas. You'll be happy you did. Happy photo gifting!